Great Day TV, and we have Dr. Mallory Studebaker with us with Whisper Hearing, and you know my story that I have hearing issues, and we're about to find out some more with Dr. Mallory. Thank you for joining us. A couple weeks ago, and my hearing aid wasn't working. What did you find out about it?
I found out that you had a couple issues with your hearing aid. We had an issue with our tubing, and we had an issue with the tone hook. So both of those are components that help the sound get from the microphones, and then it passes it into your ear. So we had a little bit of an issue. Sometimes we have issues with hairspray. Sometimes we have just general issues with moisture, with the fact that we live in Indiana.
Yes.
It's a humid environment. Sometimes it's more difficult when we're in humid environments for hearing aids to function. So we have to take a little bit extra care with them.
Well, thank you very much. It's working very well.
Good.
You're not just a doctor. You also have some issues with hearing loss yourself.
I was born with a little bit of hearing loss, and over the years I've had roughly 24 ear surgeries.
Wow.
And so just the addition of a small amount of likely genetic hearing loss or congenital hearing loss, as I've gotten more surgeries, it's actually made my hearing a little bit worse. Oof. And so over time, what started off as a pretty mild amount of hearing loss has progressively gotten worse. And about 5 or 6 years ago, I had to start wearing hearing aids. And so I wear hearing aids myself now.
Can we see?
So I've got...
Oh, you've got those little ones.
Yeah, I've got the little ones. They go back behind your ear, and then a thin wire down in. And then I actually have an earpiece on the end as well, just like you do, but it's a smaller one.
A smaller one, yeah, okay. What do you tell for people who maybe their friends or their family or themselves think they may have some issues with hearing loss? What do they do?
So we typically tell patients, you're actually ignoring a major sense. We get our vision checked typically once a year. We get our teeth cleaned 2 times a year. And you're completely ignoring your ears for the most part. People a lot of times do something too late for their hearing loss. And it's easier to adjust to hearing aids. The earlier you diagnose somebody, the easier it is to actually adjust to hearing aids.
Okay.
So early diagnosis is a big one. Anybody who is experiencing any type of ringing in their ears or tinnitus is a big indicator that you may potentially have just a little bit of hearing loss. Anybody who is struggling in crowded environments, they may have some hearing loss. Anybody who's having trouble hearing on the TV or the phone, or you're misinterpreting things, those are big ones. A lot of times somebody will think that somebody in their family said something from a different room. Well, in reality, they said something completely different.
Yeah.
And it gives us a good laugh, but a lot of times it is indicative that maybe it's time to get our hearing checked.
So if you order something that you see in a magazine, it may be cheaper short term, but long term, you're going to throw it away because it's not going to work.
Long term, a lot of times it just kind of ends up sitting on the dresser and it just sits there. If you have no follow-up care, if you have no relationship with a professional, a lot of times you're not getting the full benefit of what the hearing aid can do, and you're getting a minimal amount of it, and it's exposing you to it, but it's not letting you have your full potential to be able to hear.
Thank you very much, and we'll be back with more on Great Day TV.